Hey guys, I'm in the middle of a lengthy painting project and started to burn out. It was then when inspiration for a short distraction project struck me in form of this destroyed floorball ball. Tell me, do non-Europeans know what floorball is? Anyways, I started with the base. For that I scored some plywood 2 or 3 times with my knife and broke the piece apart. A quick pass pebbling the edges left me with a solid foundation for the project. As the thumbnail probably already gave away, I am crafting some glowing mushrooms for my Necromundan Underhive or the Underdark in Dungeons and Dragons. In the craft store I found these driftwood pieces that look to me like mushroom stems. I sawed them to length and drilled some holes the size of a paperclip so that I could conveniently pin the stems to the base. Glue on stem, paperclip into hole in the base with a drop of glue. Et voila! A pretty solid bond between base and stem. To texture the floor, I mixed various sizes of sand, gravel and small stones with black gesso. This mixture I spread onto the base, which hardens very strong. The two halves of the destroyed floorball are obviously meant to be the mushroom caps. But I needed more texture to be a little less noticeable as floorball balls, so I covered them in paper mache. After it was covered, I dipped it with my finger to create texture. Texture is the most important thing in builds like that. Drying the paper mache and the gesso on the base were the most time-consuming parts of this project. The rest took about 3 to 4 hours in total. After that, the painting step already started. Since I wanted to paint the caps in sub-assembly, I painted these with my favorite red in the Army Painter Speed Paint line to give them a solid undercoat of paint. The base was spray primed first and then got covered with 3 different very dark tones of speed paints: a red, a green and a blue. I masked off the stems with tape and aluminum foil. After the caps were dry, I dry brushed them with yellow to highlight the textures of the caps and to give them more color variation. The dry brushing was also applied to the base to add even more colors. To give the inside of the mushroom caps texture, I planned to fill them with crumpled white paper. It shows through the holes on the top and finishes the bottom well rounded. But that is yet a test. To add a bit of flavor to the stems, I took some pieces of pine cone to add as more growth of fungi on the stem. Since I wanted to make my mushrooms glow, I airbrushed the borders of the holes on top of the mushroom caps with white, so that the following fluorescent blue can really shine. This is also doable with dry brushing if you don't own an airbrush. The top of the stems and the fungi on the stems got the same treatment. Then it was time to glue the whole cap together using hot glue. To sell a glowing effect, I had to switch between blue and white a few times. It's important that the brightest part is where you want the glow to originate from. That is deep within the mushroom cap in this case. Since the inside of the cap is just 2 layers of paper crumpled and glued together, I wanted to add additional stability by adding a screw through the whole cap. After that, it was time for final assembly. I glued the caps to the stems using hot glue. I added some small details to the bases. This pin comes from a board game. I superglued some coffee ground flocking on the top and painted it like the big mushrooms. It's a little baby mushroom. I dry brushed some glow effects to the base where I wanted to glue the little guys and glued them in. At last, I added some colored moss to give the base a little variation. And that was it. From initial idea to finished product, 3 days went by. The drying times were overnight. Assembling, painting and detailing took about 4 hours. So this little project can easily be done in 2 short evening sessions. It was one of the projects that just simply flow. Idea, execution, more ideas for detailing, painting, everything went so smoothly hand in hand. It's a love letter to just take some trash and build something cool with it. I hope you liked the video and the project as well. If you did, I would be very happy for a like on the video. Subscribe if you want to see more of such content, and with this, I wish you a good day and we'll see each other in the next video.